Good morning, peace and blessings. Happy Saturday. I am the Moon Mama, and I am, okay, so I am excited to talk with you guys today about Saturn and Aquarius. Goodness gracious, we are in such an incredible time right now, and it's so chaotic. And for those of us who have the ability, the skill set to be able to focus our energy and really listen and trust, kudos to you, because this is a very fascinating time that we are living in, and it's asking us to get clear about, for me, how the reality works, because we're living through an age shift. This is the thing that's so profound. We are living through an age shift, and we're coming out of the age of Pisces, which was about everyone and the collective, and like that Jesus Christ thing. We need a savior, and we're all gonna do it this way, and like that was the age of Pisces. This subconscious, this, we had all of this, like religion and all, like what we've come out of, like, the Catholic Church and, all of these religions, and, that's the age of Pisces. But we are no longer in the age of Pisces. We are in the age of Aquarius. And so Pisces was this energy of like, love your brother as yourself. That was Pisces. Age of Aquarius is like, love your fucking self, okay? Love yourself, be yourself, fuck your brother. I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? And that might sound harsh, but and it's not harsh. Really what I'm trying to say is we're moving out of the age of this sort of collective understanding when that was necessary, but now we're moving into an age where who we are as an individual is our power. Your individuality is going to be the thing that you get to master and cultivate and recreate and construct and break down. Your individuality is your blueprint, your power, your gift, your ticket into your own greatness and fulfillment, right? So to give it up, like we did in the age of Pisces for the other, is going to have us handicapped. Like I'm saying, don't do it. And I see it, in this conversation around vaccinations. And it's not about not getting a vaccination. It's about not abandoning yourself for this idea that you can do something to save somebody else. It's not true. You can't do anything to save another person, because if you understand how this reality really works on the light of the sun coming into our psyche, and then the energy frequencies and what we are holding as memory and consciousness and vibrations then brings to us. A frequency brings to us this outside experience. So if we take the outside experience as our guidepost, how to make choices for them. So if the outside experience is saying, I'm not happy, you made me pissed off, you have to look at that outside experience and go, where am I not happy with myself? They're just giving me information about myself. It's not to be taken on as a real thing. It's an internal thing. I hope I'm explaining that right. If I am, can y'all give me some hearts? I just need it to make sense, right? So it's like if you're looking in the mirror, right? So if you look in the mirror and the mirror is telling you that you have shit on your face, you're not going to clean the mirror. You're going to clean the shit off of your face, okay? This is the world that we're beginning to live in now, please. So it's so important for us to understand that the outside experience is just a mirror reflection of what's going on inside of us. So if we go to move the mirror, we haven't changed the thing that's going on inside of us. And so we're going to continue to reflect the same thing in different scenarios because we have to do the work internally. So whether, just to use this vaccination thing as an example, right? You can't save the thing in the mirror. It's not possible, but you can save yourself. So if you really so the question is, how do I heal myself? How do I heal my body? How do I make myself be safe holistically, health-wise, body-wise, virus-wise? You can't do it for somebody else. So if anybody's like, you're being selfish and da-da-da, or if you're thinking, I need to do this for them, there is no them. There is no them. And this is not the age of self-sacrifice. That's the age of Pisces. We've left the age of self-sacrifice. We are now in the age of Aquarius, which is totally to embody yourself. And embodying yourself, you do the best thing you can do for the collective. That is because Aquarius is the energy of this collective consciousness, of the unified field of consciousness. So Aquarius is saying, our humanity matters, but your own individual humanity you have to hold yourself as the most pristine, beautiful love. You have to do it from the inside out. You can't look in the mirror and be like, you're the most amazing thing. No, that's narcissism, right? If you know the mythology around narcissism, it's that the narcissist, I can't think of his name right now, but he fell in love with his image. He fell in love with what was being reflected to him. He wasn't inside of it. You have to love here you don't want to fall in love with your image, okay? All right. My friend, beautiful Amma fam, made this beautiful crown. A fairy thing, right? So I'm going to just put a spell on everybody. You love yourself, not your image. You love yourself, not your image. Your image is just a mere reflection. It changes all the time. You love your true self, boop, not your image, right? So this Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn governs the earth realm. Saturn is the ruler of this earth thing. And how does it rule it? By cause and effect. What you put out, you get back, right? What you put out, you get back. So in this understanding of you cannot change the mirror, so what you put out, you get back. So whatever is in the mirror is what you've been putting out. Whatever is in the mirror is whatever the people in your life are showing you is what is your cause and effect. It's your Saturn. It's so simple. This stuff is so fucking easy, okay? It's your cause and effect. Okay, I have somebody in my life saying, I need to do this, I need to do that. Where am I doing that? Where am I doing that inside of myself? I'm having somebody in my life telling me I'm wrong for this and I need to do this and I'm not safe and where am I doing that inside of myself? It's my cause and effect. It's my cause and effect. Boop. Cause and effect, right? So then the moon is in Scorpio. Scorpio is our sexual power. Whenever the moon goes into Scorpio, my inner parts, my inner feminine parts just start going like this. Like when the moon goes into Scorpio, I'll be like, oh, Lord. But that's the creative power. That's the creative energy. It shows up in your desire. It shows up in that sexual place, in your root, right? It shows up like, come on, give me something to create. Give me something to work with. Give me something to ride, right? But that's just life. That's energy. We can make it nasty. We can do all sorts of stuff with it. It's God is what it is. It's the power of God inside of you and your creative second chakra saying, come on, baby, give me something so we can make something with it. Ooh, and it feels real good. So the moon in Scorpio is saying, how are you using your power? How are you using it? That's all it's asking you, to use your power in a way that really is in alignment with who you are. And it's important for us to remember that the sun is in Leo and the moon is going into the full moon, which is going to be in Aquarius. So our power best used right now is with our hearts, like really loving yourself. Really loving yourself, loving everything. So here's what I've been doing. Everything that shows up in my life, I love it. Everything. You got to love your creations. Love your creations. There's a great movie you can go watch to understand the stuff that I'm talking about. And it's called Ready Player Game 1. Ready Player Game 1. And it says, never hate your creations. Do not hate your creations. Do not hate what you see in the mirror. Don't hate it, okay? Because when you understand how to use your power, it's like, okay, I've created something that is fucking me up. I created something that is confusing me. I've created something that's making me feel anger. It's just a creation. It's just, don't hate it. Don't hate it. And then look at it and go, okay, how can I love this? What would be loving here? How could I? And so that's what I do, right? And so this morning I saw something that I was like, okay, I hate this creation. And then I said to myself, you really have to understand what it is. Like, what is it? And I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's the age of Pisces stuff. Like I heard somebody saying, we should love everybody so much that we're willing to do the best things for them. And I hate that shit, right? I was like hating it. I was like, okay, so what is this? What is this? When I sat with it I was like, this is the age of Pisces. This is an outdated idea. It's outdated. Oh, so you can love who you used to be. You used to function that way. It served for that time. It just doesn't serve anymore. You just outgrown it. Bless it. Bless it. So I blessed it and was like, oh, okay. And then a new idea emerged, right? So don't hate this is about how to learn our power, how to begin to re-regulate our power, how to take the old ways that you used to function into new things, right? So in the age of Pisces, as women, we have been competitive with one another. We have felt like we don't have enough because we were set up in a system that said, you have to have a man in order to feel safe and secure, because we couldn't get credit cards, we couldn't buy houses, we couldn't, all of that sort of stuff. So our mindsets were very geared towards, needing, right? Really needing valid reasons to need male partnership. But now that has changed. So now you don't need that. So it's like now it's a different thing. Like, how do you choose? So I just watch myself do these kind of things. There was a time when we needed to buy post stamps to mail a letter. Okay? There was a time when we needed that. We don't need that anymore. So we're going to now repurpose that energy. So much of the transition happens without us even realizing that it's happened. But that's about our power and how we're using our power, right? If you're thinking, I need to go get post stamps, I need to go get an envelope, that's power and energy and it being used in those ways. And then that whole reality dies and collapses and you don't need, but the energy is still there. You have to do something else with it. That's the Scorpio energy. How are you using your power? How are you using your creative, your mind, how are you using it to function, right? This is really the stuff that we are, right? So if I'm making sense, let me know. I just want you to understand the details of this stuff. Y'all, I'm a Virgo, right? I'm a Virgo. I'm in the details, okay? The devil is in the details, right? And I love the devil, okay? So it's like really understanding what you're doing so that you can begin to say, is this the right thing to do? Am I doing this? Is this serving where I'm going, right? If you have an intention, is it serving? Is this action? Oh, here we have, like in modern times, you can sign contracts online, right? And is it serving where I'm going to get a stamp in an envelope when we're living in modern times, and right, so it's like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. Now I'm going to do this, right? So we want to really begin to differentiate our energy so that we understand how to use it in ways that really works for us. So with that, you all, you can sign up for the Saturn and Aquarius class. That class is going to be going on until October 10th, I believe, and that's really it. Or you can sign up for readings. I am interested. I'm going to be doing a new reading on understanding your personal blueprint. To understand like where Uranus is in our natal chart is the place that we are to stand out in our most unique ways of being. It can help us really get into our age of Aquarius and understand how to stop that old tape, those old programs around sacrificing ourselves for others. That shit is over with, okay? And it was great while it lasted. We needed it. It really helped us. But now we're moving into another way of being, and that is that our uniqueness is going to be the things that help us, right? Because when you see somebody speaking their truth or being themselves or really, standing out, like, and then that gives you the courage to do it. When you see it, you have the courage to do it. So that's what we're up to. All right, you all. Peace and blessings. I love y'all. Bye.